But we said we're gonna put a face on the them. That's gonna be gathered.
That's it. Revelation
20 and let me see. God that made God. Give me God that made God.
Okay.
Verse what? Verse
It says, and when
what
1,000,
verse is it?
verse 8.
20 and 8, Revelation.
Sorry, verse 7.
Okay, start at 7.
And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
We read about him being loose in Revelation.
Yes, in the Bible's bit, man. Come on.
Hey, hold on. We read about him being loose in Revelation 11.
Right. That's right.
When he came up against the two witnesses. Let's read this account, huh?
Verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations,
Mm-hmm.
which are in the four corners of the earth,
Yeah.
Gog and Magog.
Yeah, that's who's gonna be deceived. Come on.
It says to gather them to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
To gather them to battle. Go ahead, read on.
It says, and when they went up
Come on.
on the breadth of the earth
Come on.
and compassed the camp,
It compares the camp, that place where they're going to be gathered in the Hebrew tongue called Armageddon, north of Manasseh, which is Megiddo. This is where it's going to take place. This is Armageddon. Armageddon is a place, not an event, man. It's not World War III, man. Okay? This is not biblical. This is not what the Bible's talking about. We're giving you the breakdown. Read what you got.
compassed the camp of the saints,
Compares the camp of the saints. We're going to show you where the camp of the saints at. Come on.
about in the beloved city.
In the where?
In the beloved
In
city.
the beloved city. All right, that place where those bodies, where those carcasses, all right,
And when the Lord was crucified.
and where the Lord was crucified. So he say, wherever the carcass is at, that's where the eagle's gonna be gathered. Now we gonna break it down and show you where it's at. You ever heard that scripture, sir?
I'm with it.
Oh, Ron finna come with it. Get the Ezekiel, brother. Get the Ezekiel.
37.
Yeah. No, not 37, 38. First, let's get 39 and 3, and then we're going to jump to 38, and we're going to show them where the eagle's going to be gathered. Then we're going to get Revelation 19 and let John the Revelator back it up. So,
So 38 and
39 and 3 first. 39 and 3 first. So we got to show them where that place at. Where all this going to take place at.
Ezekiel 39 verse 3.
Yep.
And I will smite thy ball they love.
Give me 11.
11, okay, perfect.
11.
37, 38, 11.
39 and 11.
And it shall come to pass in that day
In that day, when all this going to take place, go ahead.
that I will give unto God
God, ain't you just say God and make God gonna compass the camp of the saints? Let's read,
a place there of graves,
a place in the Hebrew tongue. Where, Where? Read on.
in Israel.
Where?
In Israel,
That's where it's gonna take place, man.
where the Lord was crucified.
Where the Lord was crucified, man. That's where the carcasses, the body's gonna be gathered. We're gonna prove it.
Not in
jump
America.
Now jump to Ezekiel 38. Let's read about those eagles. What the apostle Luke in Luke, in the book of Luke, in the book of Matthew, spoke about the carcasses and the bodies with the eagles, and wherever the birds be gathered, that's where the carcass is gonna be.
That's 38.
That's 38. It's kind of down to the bottom, or either 39, one or the other. See, where it say the blood sacrifice.
And I will plead against them
Nah, I'll get it where it say the sacrifice.
in Basra.
No. What's up? Lord sup. Let's see. It's either in 39 or 38. It's gonna talk about that supper. Great supper. Here you go, right here. Start right there at 17. All right.
Ezekiel 39 verse 17.
Come on with it.
It says, and thou son of man, thus said the Lord Yahweh, speak unto every feathered fowl,
So speak to the birds
and to every beast of the field.
and all the beasts of the field.
Assemble yourselves,
Come on.
and come gather yourselves on every side,
Read.
to make sacrifice,
To make what?
to make sacrifice.
Come on.
That I do sacrifice for you,
Yep.
even a great sacrifice,
Yep.
upon the mountains of Israel,
Come on.
that ye may eat flesh
Eat
and
flesh.
drink blood.
Now go back to the Luke. Now go back to
Eat flesh and drink
Yeah, the birds. The buzzards. They're going to have a great feast. Now go back to the Luke last verse. Luke 17, last verse. That was the prophet Ezekiel right there. Now watch this.
Luke 17:37. This
Yes.
is the Lord speaking. And they answered and said unto him,
This is what the apostles asked the Lord when he was telling them this parable about people going to be taken up, disappear. Let's see what they asked.
Where, Lord?
Where are they going to be taken?
He said unto them, Whatsoever the body is, there will the eagles also be gathered.
Matthew 24:28, right quick. Let's show the bodies, because you walked up and you didn't hear the bodies. So let's see. Matthew 24:28.
This is Matthew 24:28.
Let's see what kind of bodies he's talking about.
For whatsoever the carcasses is,
Dead bodies.
there will the eagles be gathered together.
Now let's get Revelation 19
Okay.
when the Lord, the great supper. Revelation 19 down to the bottom, the great supper.
Let's see, it says,
Say something about the great supper.
the fowls.
Yes.
21 and 19 and 21.
Yeah.
It says, and the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which the sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh.
And all the fowls filled with their
You
flesh.
missed the part. He said the remnant. What remnant? What remnant you talking about?
What? Hold
The
on.
remnant of the house of Israel?
I'll just read it again.
It says, and the remnant were slain with the sword.
Go read up some. The
Okay.
remnant of these armies, Gog and Magog and the bands. But you can read up a couple verses and then read 2 verses up.
Okay, no. It says, and I saw the beasts
See?
and the kings of the earth,
That's Gog, Magog, and the bands.
their armies,
They armies.
gathered together to make war against him
Same thing we reading all through the scriptures.
that sat on the horse,
Come on.
and against his armies.
And against his armies,
And the beast was taken,
the beast was taken.
and with him the false prophet,
Come on.
that wrought miracles before him,
Yeah.
with which he deceived them that have received the mark.
And the mark is talking about money, man. The mark of the beast.
The mark of the beast is broad. It's not one thing.
The mark of the beast, the actual mark of the beast,
It's broad.
is talking about money. But we'll get into that. Read on.
It says, in the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image.
Yeah.
These both was cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone.
Now the lake, the lake is a multitude. The fire is judgment.
That's right.
All right.
Come on.
It's not just talking about nuclear missiles. Read that last word you just read.
And brimstone.
And brimstone. So when you read in the book of Luke, when it said just like it's gonna be, like it was during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, the same way.
You know what brimstone means?
Brimstone is, I don't know.
Okay.
Volcano.
Volcano. The word goes back to sulfur.
So that's how he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And remember, you say the same way, in like manner. But read on, huh?
It says, and the remnant were slain with the sword.
And the remnant was slain with the sword. The sword is just one branch of the Lord military. He got 4 branches.
That's right.
Okay, called the sword, famine, death, and hell. All right, those 4 horsemen. All right, that's the 4 branches of the Lord angelic military. That's where the so-called white man get his 4 branches from. Come on with it.
The sword of him that sat upon the horse,
Come on.
which sword proceeded out of his mouth.
Yeah. Cause who gives the orders to the?
When the Lord speaks, it happens. Come on.
He gives the orders to the 4 angels to do whatever they gotta do. So if he holler at the sword gonna proceed out of his mouth. Go ahead.
And all the fowls were filled with their flesh.
And all the fowls were filled with their flesh. Those things, go back to the Ezekiel,
Come on.
30 what, 9 at the bottom. That's the Gog and Magog flesh, man. It's giving you the precept upon precept, man. All right, we ain't playing no games. Now that mark of the beast, you said it's broad?
The mark is broad. It's just not one thing. That's why it's called the beast. It's the finances, it's the entertainment, it's the religion, it's the education.
That's the image.
That's the image.
That's the image. His
Right.
likeness.
I
But
mean,
the mark,
manifestations of the beast. So when you say the mark, you're talking about a manifestation. Like a mark. How can
It
you
says,
see
how
the
can you
sign?
buy and sell? How can you
how you
buy
buy and sell? That's
It
what
says
he's
you
saying.
gotta buy and sell.
Okay, but buying this, that's one act. Because the beast is all areas of people's activity.
I'm trying to
Law,
tell you.
labor,
I'm trying to
that's
teach
the
you,
beast. Bro, sometimes you gotta be taught. It's not an ego thing. Sometimes you gotta be taught. The beast represents this system in every area of people's activity: law, labor, politics, education, entertainment.
The beast, yes.
Now we do have the mark of the beast.
That's his money.
Now one of the
You heard
marks.
of Dutch mark?
One of the marks.
You ever Dutch mark?
One of the marks is the finances. Another mark is this rainbow flag they flying around.
See, that's what comes from philosophy. What does the word mark mean? The word goes back to what he reads. Quran. What is Quran? You got a phone? You can look up Quran.
Okay, give me that.
Well, Quran goes back to the coin denarius.
Okay.
It was a coin in money system.
Right.
And when you was introduced to Rome, you would take an oath and they would give you money.
Right.
Servitude. That's why they put blood on your hand and on your forehead.
Right.
Y'all really can look that up. That's history.
Yeah, that's one of the marks.
Let's
Yes,
get,
Mark.
hold on, we're gonna show you
It's
that.
not the only one, but it's
Hold on. No, we're gonna tell you what's the actual mark. The word mark, Quran. That's a physical thing. So now get that Revelation. Okay. 13. That is 13 and 16.
Good to see you, brother. Go late. Mark 13 and 16. Mark Revelation 13 and 16.
Yeah.
It says, and let him that is in the field not turn back again.
You read Revelation?
Revelation 13 and 16.
You got the scripture?
Yeah,
Get Matthew 22:19. You know what I want.
And it says, and he calls it all, both small and great.
And he calls it all, and we know that he is referring to what? That dragon, right? That beast, that old serpent.
Come on.
All right? That's what he's talking about. So he calls it all, both small and great. Go
Rich
ahead.
and poor,
Rich and poor,
free and bond,
free and bond,
to receive a mark.
to receive a mark. Now you can look up the word mark, bro.
It says Quran.
Mm-hmm.
It says a stamp.
Hold on, man. You want me to get the
ahead, sure.
the first Maccabee 15 and 6?
Do that.
I mean,
And he printed mark, so that's
a
coin.
printed mark.
You put your impression, like the money system. That's what it's talking about.
But we gonna show you. We finna show you right here. We finna show you. What it say? What's the first?
A stamp.
It's a stamp, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's see what that stamp talking about.
Then the first Maccabees, it goes into it was giving us permission.
It's gonna give you.
Yes, sir.
So this is First Maccabees out of Apocalypse chapter 15, verse 6. This is Antiochus talking to an Israelite who was such as a king of us at the time, one of the leaders. So it says, I give thee leave also to coin money for thy country with thy own stamp. Read that again. What's the first
A
definition?
stamp, a imprinted mark.
A printed mark.
That's a coin.
That's a coin, bro. Now, let's keep
So
that.
Matthew 22, starting 17.
Yeah.
Tell us therefore what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not?
Hey, it's called a badge of servitude. It's called the tribute money. Tribute money is what you got in your pocket. You can't pay taxes or do business in America without the tribute money. Period. It's against the law.
When Yahweh shall perceive their wickedness and said, why tempt thou me, ye hypocrites?
Come on.
Show me the tribute money.
The tribute money, the same money you got in your pocket right now, that's tribute money. Go ahead.
They brought unto him a penny.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto them, whose image and superscription?
Whose image, all right, and superscription, you can look it up. Or,
Yeah.
Look up superscription, huh?
What
That's
is superscription?
It's the imprinted mark, man. Not a microchip neither, man. It's not talking about a RFID microchip going in your right hand or in your forehead. That's madness, bro. The scriptures don't talk about hand surgery or brain surgery. That's madness.
surgical process.
That's madness, brother.
But
That's
they're doing
madness.
it though.
That don't mean it's in the scriptures because they doing it. That ain't how the Lord told us.
He said the mark is in your hand.
Hold on,
And people
brother,
actually
slow
get
down.
it.
We gonna
They
teach it to
doing
you.
it.
We finna teach you what the hand talking about. I got a phone in my hand. That don't mean nobody inserted nothing in my skin, man. So we got to keep to the scriptures, bro. Read what you got up.
The scripture says in your hand.
It say ain't this phone in my hand? Ain't the phone in my hand,
No, it's
young
really
brother?
on your hand.
Huh?
It's on your hand. In means to be
Look up
inside.
the word in. Let's see if it's in and
It says
on. Hold on.
Argue, man. Y'all like to argue. That's what I'm
See, he getting mad,
No,
bro.
I'm not mad. This is what it is. It's like you brothers down here, bro. Y'all like to argue and debate about who's smart.
No, it's
right.
not.
It's not that,
We
bro.
trying to give you the
All
truth.
praise be to y'all. Stop arguing.
We wanna give you the truth.
Nah, he said stay away from it. We can't be out here arguing, bro.
Arguing
Which
the
end
scriptures,
and what's
though.
on? Man, stop.
He said contend for the faith. What is continue?
Continue.
No, not continue.
to study, brothers.
Contend
Come
means
on.
to fight, bro.
Read Revelation
No, very
13,
good.
16 again. Watch this, brothers. Watch this. Read. Read this, brother.
And he calls all, both small and great,
Come on.
rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark
Stop.
in.
To receive a mark in. So
It says upon. You look at the definition.
It say your
It's
palm.
old English. It's old English.
In-
I'm trying to explain to the brother.
when you go in your pocket and you take your money out, isn't it in your hand?
And the word
It
forehead
don't,
is spiritual.
it don't
It's
say
saying that it's
hand
spiritual.
surgery, bro. It don't say under your flesh. It say in your palm, right?
They
You
gonna
look
put
it up.
7. They gonna do brain surgery on 7 billion people.
7 billion? No,
7
7
billion.
It's 8 billion
8
now.
billion, okay,
So 8
8
billion people gonna get brain surgery with a chip in their head. Man, these guys crazy, man.
With that word superscription, man, I'm
get
gonna skip
that.
it down to the point, man.
Get that.
Inscription on a coin.
That's what they say,
That's what it say.
That's the superscription. That's the stamp. Let me read. You know about the apocrypha? All right, I'm gonna read. He said that, what is
Inscription on a coin.
this first Maccabee 15:6? I give thee leave also to coin money
Okay.
for thy own country with thy own stamp. What's the first definition for mark?
A stamp.
Money, man. So meaning don't sell your soul. Don't let it. Get the 1 Timothy 6:9.
And Christ talking about it too.
Yeah, we finna get it to show you. That's what he talking about, how to deal with money. Finish reading
Verse
that.
21
Yeah.
says, they say unto him, Caesar's.
Read.
Then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's,
See-
and unto God the things which are God's.
So give unto these devils, this they money, they image on it. Don't worship the money like you see guys doing. All right, like we
We
taught.
got so many songs about it, man.
Like we taught in this society today. That's why every hit rapper gotta make a money song to make the young people worship money. So what did the Lord say? He said, give unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
That's right.
Now read what you got, 1 Timothy 6:9. We finna tell you about this money, man. That's the mark of the beast.
1 Timothy 6:9.
Come on.
But they that will be rich,
Mm-hmm.
but they that will be rich
Yep.
fall into temptation.
Fall into temptation. That's the hour of temptation that is talked about in the book of Revelation, man. Go ahead.
And a snare,
And the snare.
and into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
And that's why you see these guys like people that's rich don't worship the Lord. You don't see too many rich men really following the Lord in sincerity and in truth.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, which drove men into destruction.
Get the man. You can't serve two masters. Get that. Hold that. Read that.
Okay, go on. Which drove men into destruction.
See, that's going to draw you into destruction. That's going to get you destroyed by the Most High if you take the mark of the beast. That's what he's saying.
And perdition.
And perdition. Now, the word perdition is synonymous with Judas Iscariot, too. The son of perdition. He sold the Lord out for what? Money. Go ahead.
For the love of money.
For what?
For the love of money.
Don't love it. You can use it. You can have it in your pocket. You can do what you got to do with it. It's all good. You might have more money than the next man, and that's okay because the Lord bless you like that. You feel me? So don't feel bad about having money. You see what I'm saying? But don't love it. You're supposed to love the Lord. You got that one out?
Gotcha.
This
Don't
what
kill, don't steal, don't rob, commit adultery.
he say, render unto Caesar the things that belong to Caesar. Read what you got.
Matthew 6:24.
Come on.
No man can serve two masters.
You can't serve two masters. You can't love two masters, man.
That's right.
You gonna either be about that money or you gonna be about the Lord.
That's right.
It says, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon.
You can't serve, and mammon is money. You finish on that. Give me 69 and 4, huh?
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
So not just having money, bro. So don't take it like that. You go scratch a lottery ticket, you hit for $1 million, that was a blessing from the Lord. That's all. So don't be like, oh, I can't have no money. Money evil.
It's bad.
Money ain't evil. He said the love of it is evil. That's what's evil. Go ahead.
Which while some coveted after.
See, they covet. See, when you sit in your house, covet means lust. Like something you really want.
right.
You're supposed to want to be saved. Then you're supposed to want salvation and that immortality we was talking about. Because you can't buy that. Only the Lord can give you that. But you don't supposed to, what? Read that last word?
It says coveted.
Covet means lust. So you sitting back, man, I got to get that bread. But then what this society make you do?
And Creflo
That-
Dollar ain't gonna teach you this.
That's how he calls you to take, that's how he calls you to receive the mark of the
They gonna
beast.
say, give me money 3 times when you go in there. The service, they give you all the money.
By deception. He calls you to take the mark. By deception. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
While some coveted after, they have erred from the faith.
You're going to err from the faith because you can't serve the Lord and be about your money, man. Go Go ahead, Doc.
and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Go ahead.
But thou, O man of God,
Yeah.
flee these things.
See, if you're a man of the Lord, you'll flee that, meaning covered in money. You know what I'm saying? Not having money, handling your business, paying your bills, rendering unto Caesar the things that belong to Caesar. Go ahead.
It says, and follow after righteousness,
And follow after righteousness, what the Lord say.
godliness,
Godliness.
faith,
Come on.
love, patience, and meekness.
Yeah. That's it. Now, you know that word mark, it's another mark. That's the mark you want. Okay, you got the mark of the beast, but you got this mark here. Let's see what
This
this
is
mark
Ezekiel 9 and 4.
This the mark you want.
The Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead.
Set a mark upon the forehead. That's the same forehead in Revelation when he say in your right hand or your forehead. Same forehead. It's spiritual. What is it? Oh, this. No, you read something else. He said you read something else. Well, go ahead.
He said, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That's the mark you want. You supposed to sign and cry for all the abomination. You don't look up that word mark for him, huh? Let's show you what that mark talking about. That's the mark you want.
That's right.
I'm gonna show you.
It's spiritual. That's right.
I'm gonna show you. That get
That's even
Jeremiah
different,
5 and 1.
This is a different word.
Yeah, it's a whole different word. What it say? Exempt from
The
judgment.
word is tav in Hebrew, and it's desire mark. It's a sign of exceptional expectation from judgment. So you've been
exempt from judgment. All right. Now get that.
Jeremiah 5 and 1.
We all right, sir. Finish what you got, brother, on that verse. But we got to get up out of here.
This
Get 5 and 1, Jeremiah.
verse 5. And to the others he said,
So to
in my hearing,
So everybody else who don't got the mark, who ain't exempt from judgment from the Lord, who don't got that spiritual mark.
go ye after him through the city and smite.
So he said everybody else, he telling the angels to go smite them. All right? With what? Plagues, pestilence, with craziness, madness, just like you see all our people going through. Go ahead.
Let not your eyes spare,
And he talk about Jerusalem, so he say don't spare. Go ahead.
neither have ye pity.
Don't have, he telling the angels don't have pity on niggas. Go ahead.
It says, slay utterly old and young,
So
both
he-
maids and little children.
So the Lord don't care if you old or whatever. You gonna get it, bro. That's why you see young men get shot down in the street every day. He could be 15. The Lord don't care. The Lord don't care.
It said, and women.
And women. So women get it too. All right, women get it too in the Bible. Come on.
Will come not near any man in whom the mark, that's exempt from judgment, and being at my sanctuary.
Okay, and
And
begin at
beginning
his
at my sanctuary.
sanctuary. So start killing the niggas that teach the Bible the wrong way. Whoever a false prophet, whoever a wicked shepherd, kill them first. That's what he telling the angel. Go ahead.
Then they began at the ancient men which
The
were
old,
before the
the
house.
old niggas with the big gray beard, kill them first. Read what you got, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 5:1.
And get that Revelation 7 and 2.
He says, run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem.
So same thing he told them angels. Run through the streets of Jerusalem. The streets, the city is people. It's not literal street. You know the Bible written in allegory. A city comes from a little citizen. Read what you got.
And see now and know,
What?
and seek the broad places thereof.
Go ahead.
If he can find a man, if there be any, that execute a judgment, that seek the truth,
That seek the truth. That's the point. Go ahead.
and I will pardon.
But that's that mark. You're going to get pardoned. You're going to be exempt from judgment. All right? And remember that mark going to be in your forehead, right? It's talking about these guys right here. We're going to put a face on them. Come on.
Start at 3.
Yeah.
Saying, hurt not the earth, nor the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
With the mark of exemption. Pardon these guys. Don't touch these guys when destruction comes. All right? So all the destruction you see going around here, you see raping demons, you see murdering demons, you see diseases, whatever. And when the Lord really manifests itself, it's going to even be worse than that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
You not first stuff you from like school?
Yes.
We don't follow a lot of their doctrine, though. But that's what you
Yes, yes. Because you have to be an Israelite to understand the Lord's word. That's why, based on that.
So I was just wondering.
Mhm.
I guess about maybe 4 or 5 years ago,
Yeah.
I started seeing the video.
Yes.
And I started talking, I started learning. And I come down here.
Come on.
I know we all speak, even like we all speak the same doctrine.
Yes.
We all speak the Bible.
Yeah.
Why is it always something?
So who?
Why is it all separate groups?
Because get our Genesis 49 and 10, huh? This is the simple question, why? You know what I'm saying?
This is our Genesis 49 and 10.
Yeah.
It said, the sepulchre shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. And upon him shall the gathering of the people be.
See, that's when we're going to be gathered when the Lord returns.
That's right.
24:31, I'm going to get it in the New Testament, back it up. You know what I'm saying?
Matthew 24 and verse 31.
Yeah.
It says, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of trumpet,
Yeah.
and they shall gather together his elect
Yeah.
from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
So that's how we're going to be gathered when the Lord returns and send his angel. And from the one end of another, not from just amongst Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Get the Revelation 7 and 9 for them. I'm going to show you where they're coming from. All right? He say from the four corners. So not just Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's a private interpretation that's not biblical at all. This is what it's talking about.
Revelation 7 and 9.
You got to hear his voice to be his sheep, not be black. You know what I'm saying? Not be just the ones that came over here on the slave trade. Yo, you got to hear his voice. That would make you an Israelite. Read what you got.
After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude,
A great multitude, though, who's going to be gathered.
which no man could number,
Go ahead.
of all nations,
Of all nations
and kindreds,
and kindred.
and people of tongue.
That's him gathering them from the four corners. So they're gonna look like me, they're gonna look like you, they're gonna look like all nations that we see on the earth. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are just 3 nations. But he said all nations. So that's how we're supposed to teach that gospel. But we gotta thank him, because we about to run out of time. All praises.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
God speaks with you out.